My name is Carlos Martinez. I'm a principal with Haskell & White in the San Diego office. I'm going to be talking about a 5 whys analysis, also known as a root cause analysis. So a lot of times in business we come across issues that you get into a meeting and people have a hard time pinning down what the reasons are that are causing the problem. And so a 5 whys analysis is probably the best tool that we have to identify what the root cause of the problem is and drill into it and find a way ultimately to fix it. The first step in the 5 whys analysis is to identify at a high level what the problem is that we're trying to address. So that could be a number of things. It could be having problems with cash flow. It could be having problems with morale. It could be having problems with quality. So for this example, let's just say we're having problems with cash flow and we want to drill into why that's happening. And so what we want to do is on a whiteboard, just pencil out the first question: why do we have problems with cash flow? And then brainstorm as to what the group thinks that's causing it. It might be that we don't take advantage of payment discounts. Maybe we're overspending on materials. Maybe we're paying too much for our labor costs. Maybe our customers are slow to pay. The objective after you identify all of these possibilities is to identify the one element that carries the most weight with regards to the problem. Let's just say that for this example, our customers are paying too slow. So that would be our second why. And our second why are our customers paying too slow? Our customers might have cash flow issues of themselves. Maybe we have quality issues. Maybe we have a weak collections process. And so let's just say for this example that we identify that we have quality issues. And so the third why in the example would be, why do we have quality issues? It might be that we have poor quality control oversight in our manufacturing process, assuming we're a manufacturing business. Perhaps there might be problems with the quality of raw material components coming into the operation. Maybe we have a problem in our manufacturing process. For the sake of this example, let's just say that we have problems with the quality of the materials coming into the manufacturing process. And so that leads us to our fourth why. Why do we have problems with the components coming in, the raw material components coming into the process? Could be that we buy from many different vendors for the same material, which would lead to inconsistency. It might be that we do a poor job of screening the materials as they come into the shop. And so going into our fifth why, we'll say, for this example, why do we work with so many vendors if it leads to inconsistency? And the answer might be, well, because we often don't realize that we need all the materials that we do need until it's too late. And so at that point, we're scrambling to find the materials wherever we can find them, as opposed to choosing the best vendor and having consistent pricing. That's your fifth why. That's your root cause. And so one thing that we want to be careful with here is that we don't want to loop back to the original why as we drill down. And so you could see how that could easily be done. Why do we have inconsistency with our vendors? And it's because, well, we have cash flow problems, right? So we want to try to avoid that. So there are your 5 whys. And just one note of caution, you want to be careful not to loop back to the original why. You can see how that could easily happen as we're trying to address the problem of why are we working with so many vendors. Well, you could easily attribute that to, well, we have cash flow problems, which is the high-level question that we're trying to address.